Consider this. What is God? A supreme being, a creator, a concept, or perhaps a force that binds the universe together? The concept of God, a term so small yet so vast in its interpretation, is as diverse as the cultures that explore it. In monotheistic religions like Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, God stands as the supreme being, creator, and sustainer of the universe, possessing qualities such as omniscience, omnipotence, omnipresence, and benevolence. However, in polytheistic religions, such as Hinduism and ancient Greek and Roman religions, there are multiple gods, each with distinct roles. For instance, Zeus reigns as the god of the sky, while Poseidon rules the sea. Yet some philosophical and mystical traditions view God not as a personified entity, but as an abstract, impersonal force or the totality of existence. Consider Brahman in Hindu philosophy or the Tao in Taoism. Then there are atheists and agnostics. Atheists reject the existence of God altogether, while agnostics claim that the existence of God is unknown or unknowable. And what about the gender of God? In Abrahamic religions, God often takes on masculine pronouns, but is generally accepted to transcend human characteristics, including gender. Hinduism, on the other hand, recognizes both male and female deities representing different aspects of the divine. Many modern scholars argue that attributing gender to God is a human projection, with the divine encompassing all genders or being beyond gender. Consider where God resides. Heaven and earth are traditional answers, but many cultures also consider temples, churches, mosques, and other sacred spaces as places where God's presence is especially strong. Some traditions emphasize the divine within, proposing that God resides within the hearts of believers or that humans are made in God's image. The origins of God also vary. Most monotheistic religions teach that God is eternal, having no beginning or end. Various cultures have creation myths describing the origins of gods and the universe, while philosophers like Aristotle propose the idea of an unmoved mover, a foundational cause that itself is not caused by anything else. How does one reach God? Through prayer and worship, leading a moral life and engaging in good deeds, or seeking direct, personal experiences of the divine through practices like meditation and contemplation? The name of God is another intricacy, since per definition, God is unknowable through our cognitive faculties. From Yahweh and Allah to Brahman, Imana, and Ahura Mazda, the names for God are as diverse as the cultures that worship them. Many traditions also use descriptive names emphasizing different attributes such as the Almighty or the Merciful. Over time, the concept of God has evolved. From ancient civilizations where gods were tied to natural phenomena and societal roles, to medieval and Renaissance Europe, where the Christian concept of God dominated, blending with philosophical ideas during the Renaissance. In the modern and postmodern eras, the understanding of God has become more varied, ranging from traditional theism to atheism and agnosticism. In various religious and cultural traditions, God is perceived as both a punisher and an avenger, embodying wrath and retribution. This dual aspect highlights the complex relationship between the divine and moral justice. In the Abrahamic religions, particularly in Judaism and Christianity, God's wrath is a significant theme, depicted in stories such as the Great Flood, the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the plagues of Egypt. These acts of divine punishment are seen as necessary to maintain moral order and righteousness. Similarly, in Rwandan culture, the saying, Imana ihora ihoze, God avenges in silence, reflects a belief in divine justice and retribution for wrongs done, providing a sense of hope and moral equilibrium in a society that has experienced profound trauma and injustice. The dual nature of God, embodying both mercy and justice, serves to balance compassion and retribution, promoting moral accountability and offering solace to those who have suffered injustices. This understanding of God's duality underscores humanity's deep-seated need for moral order and accountability, reflecting the multifaceted nature of the divine. In deeper analysis, God emerges as a profound human construct across time and space. Throughout history, humans have grappled with this concept, crafting diverse depictions and narratives that reflect their understanding of existence. While many religious scriptures assert that God created humans in His image, suggesting a divine connection and reflection within humanity, this relationship is reciprocal. Just as God is believed to have created humans in His likeness, humans have, in turn, created God in their image and consciousness. This mutual creation profoundly influences how the divine is understood and experienced. Delving into the notion of God as eternal, unknowable, and transcending human senses and intellect, we enter a realm where divine essence is believed to exist fully within humans as dormant potential. This latent divinity encompasses omnipotence, omniscience, and omnipresence, qualities awaiting activation for greater creativity, knowledge, and wisdom. Thus, God is seen as having created humans by embedding His entire divine consciousness within them as an infinite wellspring of potential. Conversely, humans with their finite consciousness shape a conceptual God that mirrors their understanding, limitations, and aspirations. This human-crafted image of God is a projection of their conscious awareness, a fragment of the vast subconscious potential lying dormant within. Therefore, the God accessible to humans is inherently shaped by their consciousness and imagination, unique to each individual or culture, and inaccessible to others. In essence, the creation of universes stems from the evolution of human consciousness, empowered by this accessible concept of God. As individuals elevate their consciousness by tapping into the deeper layers of the subconscious, they create increasingly sophisticated and benevolent conceptions of God, leading to richer and more fulfilling experiences of existence. This process of consciousness expansion is a journey towards self-realization, where humans progressively align more closely with their divine potential. When consciousness fully merges with the subconscious, a human being achieves complete realization. At this stage, they consciously embody omnipotence, holding all power within themselves, omniscience, possessing all knowledge and wisdom, and omnipresence, existing consciously in all that exists. This state of being defies ordinary understanding and transcends conventional boundaries of human experience. What are the implications of this divine self-realization? Such profound self-realization suggests that declaring oneself as God personified is not a transgression, but an acknowledgement of the divine potential within. This assertion stems from the recognition that the God one claims to be is the very God they have created through their journey of consciousness. It is an affirmation of the divine essence that resides within and the ultimate unity of the human and the divine. The journey of expanding consciousness by delving into the subconscious leads individuals to develop more complex and compassionate visions of God, enhancing their sense of fulfillment and purpose. This progression towards self-realization aligns humans more closely with their divine capabilities, culminating in a state where one merges fully with their subconscious and embodies qualities like omnipotence, omniscience, and omnipresence. Such a profound realization challenges conventional understanding, suggesting that identifying oneself as God incarnate is not sacrilegious, but a recognition of inner divinity cultivated through spiritual growth. This assertion celebrates the unity of human and divine essence, affirming the transformative power of conscious evolution on individual existence. African spiritualities encompass a rich tapestry of beliefs, practices, and cosmologies that have evolved over millennia across the vast and diverse continent. However, the concept of the Supreme Being is well alive in African spiritualities, where this entity is seen as the ultimate source of all existence, transcending individual deities and underpinning cosmic order and harmony. Unlike some Western religious traditions that emphasize God's transcendence and separation from the material world, African spiritualities often highlight the immanence of the divine, with spiritual forces believed to permeate all aspects of existence. This belief fosters a profound sense of interconnectedness and reverence for the natural world, highlighting the sacredness of all aspects of existence. In African spiritual traditions, the immanence of the divine manifests through a polytheistic and animistic worldview, that acknowledges numerous deities and spiritual forces as integral and active participants in the lives of humans, animals, plants, and the environment. African spiritual traditions emphasize the continuation of life after death through the veneration of ancestors, who are revered as intermediaries between the living and the divine, providing guidance, protection, and wisdom. Rituals and ceremonies honor and seek blessings from these ancestors. Additionally, African spirituality is transmitted through oral traditions, storytelling, rituals, and symbolic imagery rather than written scriptures. Symbols, myths, and rituals are essential for conveying spiritual truths, preserving cultural heritage, and fostering community cohesion. In summary, African spiritual traditions provide a profound perspective on the divine, emphasizing the interconnectedness of all life, the immanence of spiritual forces, and the crucial roles of community, ancestors, and the natural world. These spiritual traditions recognize the presence of the divine in everyday life and nature, honoring the wisdom and influence of ancestors, and fostering a deep sense of communal responsibility and harmony with the environment. Foreign religions like Christianity and Islam did not introduce new concepts into the African belief system. Instead, they often disrupted traditional spiritual practices. These foreign religions, often imposed through coerced conversions and viewed as tools of slavery and colonialism, didn't bring novelty and new concepts in Africa. On the contrary, they disrupted traditional African spirituality by encouraging Africans to forsake their innate connection with a god perceived as integral to themselves, and to worship of a god depicted as separate from creation. This cultural shift created a spiritual void, severing communities from their deeply rooted spiritual traditions, and replacing them with foreign beliefs that imposed a different understanding of divinity and cosmology. In conclusion, the concept of God as understood by humanity is fundamentally a human construct, shaped by diverse beliefs, cultural contexts, and individual consciousnesses worldwide. With approximately 8 billion people inhabiting the Earth, there exist at least 8 billion unique interpretations and conceptions of God, each reflecting the rich tapestry of human experience and understanding. Each individual's concept of God is uniquely personal and accessible only through their own consciousness. As one's awareness expands, they gain deeper insights into the nature of divine realities, which in turn enhances their ability to create and manifest positive outcomes in their life. This journey into higher consciousness not only refines one's understanding of God, but also enriches their spiritual and creative capacities, fostering a path towards greater fulfillment and connection with the divine within and around them.